Hi there, and welcome to Wedding Tips with Meish. I am your host, marriage planner and wow expert, Meisha Pigford of Dream Celebrations, the home of where wow happens. Simply put, we help brides design a wedding that wows, meaning when your room is revealed for the very first time, you and your guests say wow. So enough about us, let's dive into today's topic. Hi there. So today I want to discuss with you some of the biggest etiquette mistakes that I have seen other couples make. The first etiquette that I want you to be mindful of is around your bridesmaids. So unfortunately, I see so many brides and bridesmaids fall out during this time when really it's a very special time. But because it's such a special time, it's also a very high tension time too. And so some of the ways to avoid this is, as the bride, to not be so demanding on your bridal party, especially your bridesmaids and your maid or matron of honor. And so what does demanding look like? That could be you being very strict about where they get their hair done, what type of hairstyle they're gonna have, even how their makeup is going to be. You know, bridesmaids are investing a lot of money to be a part of your day, so just be flexible and a little bit less demanding. Everyone understands that it is your day, but I just want you to be mindful of that. The next thing I want to talk about is invitations. So when you are thinking about who you want to invite for each of the special events that's leading up to your wedding, meaning your bridal shower or your bachelorette party, whoever you invite to the bridal shower and the bachelorette party, you also want to invite to the wedding. It's very well frowned upon to invite the person to the shower and not the wedding. So if you know you're not going to be able to invite them to the wedding, then you want to also not invite them to your bridal shower or your bachelorette party as well. You also want to make it convenient for your guests. Now I get this is your special day, but the guests are coming to celebrate you. So when I say make it convenient for them, you want to think through their experience throughout the day as well. So for example, parking. It'd be really great if whichever venue you decide to host your wedding at is that they provide free parking for your guests. And if they don't, maybe you have some sort of valet service, for your guests as well. Let's say, for instance, you were having an outdoor wedding. You want to think about bringing in, fans. Is there shade? If they're going to be outdoors on the grass, then maybe having some heel stoppers, bottles of water, and things like that. So, proper etiquette would be to be thoughtful of the guests who will be attending as well. Another part of etiquette for your guests is you want to be mindful of the time. You want to be timely because they are sitting there waiting for you, especially during the ceremony and the reception. So while you're off taking pictures or what have you, your guests are enjoying cocktail hour if you're going to be providing that. But you want to keep it no more than 60 to 75 minutes before the next thing happens, which is usually the bridal party being introduced into the reception. So just the proper etiquette is to not have your guests waiting too long. While we're still speaking on guests, another etiquette for your guests is to go and speak with them, okay? They are here to enjoy you, so it's proper etiquette to go and speak with your guests. Now, I noticed that a lot of couples are doing away with receiving lines, and that's fine. And if you still want to have one, that's your preference, but I do notice that a lot of couples are not having a receiving line, but then that means the day can go through the timeline much faster, and then you have more time during a reception to enjoy your guests. But say, for instance, you don't have a receiving line, a good proper etiquette thing to do is to speak to them. And a way that you can do that very quickly is as you're enjoying the reception, while guests are eating, then you and your spouse with the photographer can go to each table and take a quick picture. That's a really cool way to get the guests involved and see everybody really quickly, and you have that memory captured. Next up, another etiquette would be to feed your vendors, okay? Your vendors are with you throughout most of the day, and you want to make sure that they're able to eat a proper meal. So you want to count them into your guest count. There are some venues who will give a discounted rate for the vendors or have a separate meal for the vendors or even a separate table. But I do want you to be mindful that you do want to feed the vendors as well. And a lot of vendors do have it inside of their contract to be provided a meal for the day. And the last etiquette mistake that I want you to be mindful of is a thank you card. It may seem outdated to some, but let me tell you, your guests are truly expecting it. And so after your wedding, even after your honeymoon and all of that, come back, take a look at your guest book, see who came, and go ahead, you and your spouse, and complete and fill out the thank you cards. There's some really easy services out there that you can go online and get them pre-made and even have your wedding photo on there. Like, that's very special to guests. It's very memorable, and they are expecting it. So I want you to be mindful of that and not neglect to do it. And you have up until about 3 months after your wedding date to be able to send those out. So, depending on the size of your wedding, just do a couple a day, a few a week, but don't let more than 3 months go by without sending a thank you card. So those are a few of the etiquette mistakes that I have seen and I want you to avoid. Okay, that wraps up today's topic. Please feel free to share this video and subscribe to our channel. I hope you gained some valuable information to help you during your wedding planning journey. Our company specializes in planning, coordination, design, and decor. So if you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call or schedule a consultation. We do travel as well. That's all for now. Until we meet again, happy planning.